3, 2. Alrighty, hello everybody. I am Jerem Dohar, your host for tonight's race. Think of me as Chris Myers. We are bringing you the FilterTime eSparks Truck Series race live from Michigan International Raceway in the Irish Hills of Brooklyn, Michigan. Today, 30 of the new and up-and-coming drivers on Xbox League Racing side take to the track and are absolutely ready to put on a show for y'all. We've got quite a lot of talent in this race. For once, we only have one Pro League driver in the race. That's going to be a eSpark admin, of course known also as Go Fast Matt. But we also have a couple Cup Series guys from the eSparks division in this race tonight. Chrome Capone, Super NASCAR fan, and Lise Justin all making starts here tonight at Michigan. I believe the points leader is... I don't have the points in front of me anymore, guys. I don't know what happened. So anyway, I'm going to be serving as your pit road reporter tonight. That's going to be my job. I'm turning it up to the true talent in the booth. I'm joined by two of my best friends. Sam Morris, making his full-on broadcast debut tonight, and as well as, he's very well known, the astonishingly tall, dashingly handsome, never shy from more than 5-syllable letter words, Jordan McGraw. Guys, take it away. It's your show.
Just get there's bars all around. I ain't got but one bowl, not burned out. But I got a cool spot when my friends come down. Yeah. Well, I'm dressed for success. I'm going for gold. Well, I'd rather strike out on 3 straight pitches and have regrets when I get old. Well, you can wait to feel like someone.
Get away with the front pack against cab drivers who want better track position. They start kind of bludgeoning each other and cannibalizing each other, and the next thing you know, you've lost you and about 4 or 5 other guys have lost that main pack and lost that main draft. So there's a lot of working together you have to do, as well as taking advantage of every opportunity. You have to be a real kind to each other, but you have to pick your spots when you want to be cutthroat as well.
Well, as you know, with the play races, as you heard the rubber band effect, when everybody's on the bottom, the end of the line kind of gets the effect of everything going on up front. And Michigan at the trucks, you can practically say it's a play track in a sense. So I'm intrigued to see how those guys can handle that, because it's going to be a pretty bottom. I feel like it's going to be a bottom line heavy track. You can go high in the trucks, but you need a committed base of dudes who really are going to try to work together and be in the same partner and say, hey, let's go up high. But, so what do you think of it, Jim Mack? We got a 100-lap race. The last stage is 60 laps. Dohar, do you have any word on the pit window? So we can kind of think about how this is going to play out.
I'm hearing the pit window, these first couple stages is going to be a one-stopper for these gentlemen.
Okay.
I think we're looking in the 12 to 15 range. Might be a little shy, again, depending on draft and all that fun stuff. So I think you're looking about maybe 11 to 13 as a truer barometer for you.
Yeah. So we're looking at 4 pit stops for that final stage. So that's going to be interesting to see how they can handle that. And see if anyone can has breakaway single car speed, as Dohar stated. I think TomTom plays in this race, and he's well known for having one of the fastest in the game, clearly at the bigger tracks by far. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do, especially if, long run, that last 60 lap run, if he can handle it throughout the whole run. Looking at the list of the guys here, who are some of the names you're thinking of for J-Mac? Who are you thinking is going to be surprising?
Gosh, I don't know about surprise. I know the drivers that we look at that we have been fast. You said TomTom. He's a new driver in context of this league, but he is a very well-known driver outside of it. Very fast. He has a great chance. Matt should be incredibly quick. Leaf Schuster has been fast everywhere he's going. Chrome Capone is in this race tonight. He's going to be a really fast driver.
Yeah,
one of your top 10 in points in the Cup Series. So it's going to be a wide open field. It's going to be about hanging on to that group and being there at the end. We have those two really short stages that work out the sprints, those two 20-lap sprints. So that's when you can kind of figure out who has the fast car and what you need to do to put it in position. But then you got a 60-lapper to end the race, and that's going to be a tough one. That one's going to be mentally taxing for these drivers because it's modestly long.
That 60 lapper is going to be interesting for sure. I mean, thinking, if a pit window, as Dohar said, can be within a 4-lap range, I mean, what do? Stay out longer? Or, and then have the fresher tires for a full run? Or, you come in shorter? So it's going to be a lot of interesting plays. And at a track like Michigan, you want people to pit with because you need that draft at all times. You go pit by yourself and you're stuck out by yourself for a couple laps. You might lose that front pack very easily. So it's going to be a lot of mind games out there, and like you said, those first couple stages, it's positioning yourself for that last stage. You need to be near the front starting that last stage. You're guaranteed in that front line, in that front group, to set yourself up for the final, for the final run, which is going to be around 10 laps with fresh tires. So I think those guys need to make sure they just need to be near the front first and.
And this is a track where you can. The tire wear isn't that bad. The lap time doesn't fall off too terribly when you're in a draft. It's borderline negligible. It's not negligible, but it's about as close as it gets the way this game works. So
for sure.
You have to stay with it, and you have to stay with them. But you can benefit by staying out a little longer, get about 4-lap fresher tires, and you can run. You can't run down a massive group, but if you are stuck kind of in the back, that is a strategy you can pull to kind of run down the smaller, like straggler groups, and either lead them or work your way out to the front and kind of work yourself into that best of the rest position, and just kind of hope for a little magic. But there's a lot of strategies you can play during the race, but you're just gonna have to see and find out.
But yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. There's going to be a lot of cycling throughout the green flag rounds. I think after the pit stops, it's going to be broken up, and then eventually, before the next round of pit stops, we'll be back together. At least for the most part, because the way the trucks are in Michigan, if you're close in speed within a couple tenths, you're going to get back up. Now, one thing I will say with the way the cars, the trucks fall off, it's not that much, is the X stuff too, as you know, in Michigan, the car. It seems to come off the track. There's not a lot of grip for some reason, just the way the track is designed. And off it too, it feels like you come off the ground a little bit, and it just becomes a big issue. So, need to look into that, and that'll be, the problem of the track. If there is a lot of wrecks, I think it's going to be off of 2, the guy on the high lane, tail whips it, and comes back across the field. So that's going to be definitely the big interesting point of the track for me tonight. Dohar, we almost got this race going, or what? You sitting here qualifying?
The guys are still down on qualifying on the racetrack, guys. They got about one more lap here, and then they're going to just have to load in and reset really quick. I'll tell you one guy I'm really looking out for in this race, guys. I mean, J-Mac and I, we've seen him really working over the course of a race, trying to get better on the long run. I'm going to be looking out for the 33 at Creech. He's got a lot of fans out in the chat on both sides, on Twitch and YouTube.
He's got a lot of speed.
A lot of guys pulling for Mr. Creech out there. So hopefully he's got that track on the ropes, because this is, again, as you just reiterated, it's one of those tracks where if you're loose off the turn, it's only going to get worse as the run goes on. That right rear is going to be screaming for you. So we're really going to have to keep an eye on the 33 and see how his tire management is and see how that car's set up for the longer haul here, guys. But should be getting ready to go green here in about maybe a minute or two.
And to build off a couple guys' names, I think two guys that have been consistent all year is third in points is Asylums, and fourth in points is Big Dogs. And I know I talked to Matt a little bit before the race, and he spoke very well about Big Dogs. And he said that he had a really, really fast truck and that he could handle Matt and he could race well with Matt. So I think that's definitely a guy we need to look out for. And Asylums is one of those guys, he's quiet, but he always ends up in the top 10. You know, catches the top 5 once in a while. So I think he's going to be a guy at the end that we're going to be popping up and be like, oh wow, he's sitting there in 5th or something like that. His average finish is 5.3. So I mean, he's right there every race.
Getting ready for the word from Go Fast Matt here on when we're getting ready to go green.
He said 2 minutes.
I don't know, J-Mac.
2 minutes.
You got any other dark horses to pick?
We're about to hit the whole field.
Well, let's see. Yeah, let's see. We got Super NASCAR fan. He'll probably try some
Smurf.
strategy in
I
that
will
third
say
race.
Pop
Oh, Pop
Smurf.
Smurf. Hey,
I've raced
His
with
name.
him for over a year. I think we all have. And
Actually,
This type of guy
guys,
is pretty
late word coming out of pit road. Actually, it'll be Fry Dog in that 19 truck for Super NASCAR fan. Super wasn't able to make the trip up here to
that's
the
right.
Irish Hills, his home track. But Fry Dog will actually be in that truck. So again, another Cup driver, but kind of similar in style, just more laid back and relaxed of a driver. That kind of style. So it'll be interesting to see, how the 19 truck fares. I think, again, J-Mac, you hit the nail on the head. I think they're going to be hitting some strategy. And we just looked at the scoring pylon here for the pole. Ford is going to be on the pole here, Ford Tom. So that's cool for him. He's got the pole here at Michigan.
yeah, that's a name we haven't really spoke of a lot in the first couple races of the year. So that'll be interesting to see how he handles a lead. I know a lead at Michigan. Well, your lead at Michigan might sound fun, but it can actually be kind of a tough place to handle the lead, and something that is it's a skill set for sure. I mean, you need to be able to handle the air and handle the line. That'll be interesting. Do you know who started behind him? Who are the people near him? Just so I can get a thought of what's going on here.
My scoring pylon is a little blurred. I can't see that far back. Meaning I
good
don't
effort.
know.
and to piggyback on the while we're trying to figure all that out, to piggyback onto the leading thing. Another issue is you're wasting a lot of fuel when you're out front. So if that's something you're fighting, then getting out there and leading, that feel, like you said, it feels great. But then you watch that little laps left counter tick down a little faster than you're used to, and suddenly it's not so fun anymore.
And they do group qualify, so I'm fully assuming that Ford Tough was middle or back of the line. That's just how that works. It's kind of a gamesmanship going on out there during I'm assuming, I think it was around 6-lap qualifying period. That's a whole game in and of itself, as we all know, regrettably. Another, trying to think here of any other names. I know another guy who hasn't been touched on is Scott Hall for Life. He typically has pretty good vehicles at the bigger tracks. I've raced with him a lot. And at some of the bigger tracks, he usually has pretty good speed. So that'll be interesting to see him. And other than that, I think we hit everything. Dohar, do you know if Mick Winning is he in this race? I'm pretty sure he should be in this race.
I think that 98 truck is in this race.
He carries
Ryan
a lot
McCall,
of speed.
he's been he had a lot of speed at Kansas, which does have some similar characteristics, guys. So I think it's definitely something to keep an eye out for. A big track like this, nice wide open kind of feel with a little bit of letting off. So it'll be interesting to see, but it'll be a lot to talk about. But I'm gonna head down to pit road. We're gonna be riding along with a couple different guys down
Loading
here,
in
so
there,
I'll
man.
let you guys take it away, folks.
Loading in here. We're gonna get a feel for what's
Watching
going on here.
Watching the official shimmy shake around.
I'm excited to see the start. You know how Michigan is, man. It is fun off the starts of that race. It is just one big crazy pack.
Yeah, coming off of 2
Yeah.
is always a lot of fun here. The 22 truck of Ford leading them down with the 88 truck on the outside. They're side by side. It's so tough to gain an advantage on that top side. You're really at a disadvantage through 1 and 2. The 52 truck of Leafs Justin is on that 22 truck. They're pushing them. They're going to get out free. The 27 truck going to try to follow them through. But they're going to be 2 by 2 by 2 from third on back.
And looks like Ford's going to take the preferred line, as we like to call it in our draft lines. He's going to go high on the straightaway, gets a nice arc into the entry of the turn. That helps him out a ton, as you can see him wash up a little bit, but that helps to reduce the washing up effect. He's doing her high like that here. And we're going to go down the back front stretch. You can see, man, that pack is looking pretty beautiful, J-Mac. Everyone's doing pretty clean, being pretty safe right now. You see the 88 diving under here. I think we have Just Blaze up here going for the lead, J-Man.
We do 2 by 2 by 2 by 2
Oh,
throughout the
Tom.
whole field. Oh, Tom already loose.
Oh.
It took him 2 laps. He's really fast, but he likes to hang
Yep.
that thing out. And this time he got really loose. They dive it into turn 3. They're using each other up just a little bit. That 88 truck just can't get to the 22. The 22 uses the outside, able to fend off and hold on to that lead. Meanwhile, Leaf Justin kind of stuck out there in 3rd place, up in that high line in no man's land. He has the Master 99 and that 24 truck behind him. They're going to dive it down in there. Leaf Justin looks 3 wide. Might sneak it in there, but I think he'll think better of it and just slide up in front of behind the 22.
Tom's one of the
88.
Mac. Yeah, he's the type of guy. He wants the lead. He wants to control the pack. But look at Ford Tough doing a great job. Ironically, in a Chevy. If I just realized that, and put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
I think
That
we
was
need
why I was
to
questioning it at
further
the very
analyze
start.
the situation. Yeah. But he's doing what the preferred line is. It creates more speed and momentum, staying high off the exits. It builds the car's momentum throughout the straightaway, and it's doing him good right now. Because if we can pin that car on the bottom of the entry, it's tough for a guy like Leaf Justin here trying to get the lead. In most cases, he took a shot. That's gonna hurt him. But you can see how he can come back mid-turn like that. And I think Justin might. Nope. See, he's gonna get that run down the straightaway, and it's so hard. I mean, the bottom is preferred. But the high side,
As long as you're by yourself.
Yep, and you can see Just Blaze doing a great job. And it looks like Tom is back there trying to. Yep, he's 3 widen it, and yeah, there he goes. And I see a pattern, Jim. I think we have something going on here with Tom tonight.
Yeah, that 27. He's loose and he wants the lead. He's fast, loose and fast, but Leaf's Justin able to take the lead there, finally able to clear that 22 of Ford. And,
88 runs up the track. Oh, Just Blaze. I think they're gonna hang on to it here. I'm not sure. Oh,
That's
Lord.
they're bouncing off each other just a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna rub some bumpers. Michigan's not prone to rub bumpers. It's not safe, guys. Oh, Tom 3 wide again.
Oh, the 88
He's on the
pinches
apron.
the
That's
27
not
of
good.
Tom down there. Yeah,
44.
Blaze.
44. We have looks like the 99 back there. Battling the 44. Look at
somebody's
him.
loose.
I mean, they're going. This is great racing now. I mean, there's not been one incident. I mean, this is beautiful. Give these guys credit. I think we got a battle for a lead
definitely.
up here.
We do. The 20. Look at inside of Leafs Justin. Justin going to use that high line like you were saying. You can get up. You can keep so much speed. You're not putting as much input into it. You're scrubbing off a lot of speed. You can keep that momentum up. But a little.
Oh, wait, yep,
Maybe the 52 got a little loose there. I think the 52 lost a lot of ground off the corner for some reason. The 22 able to clear him,
Comes
dive it back in there.
Mr. 24 looking down low here. We're making his move through the field. I can understand.
He's
where
cracking the
coming
top 2 here, or trying to anyway.
Here you go. I think Ford Tough. He wants to lead a lot. It's he's trying to make a name in this. This is a great opportunity for him. He starts on the pole. You want to fight and be up front as much as possible, so I can completely understand where he's coming from right here. And he's looking great. He's really smooth. Oh, there we go. We have an issue. That's a wreck. Tom.
That's a big old wreck.
Yeah, that's a good half the field right there.
I'm not sure if that started with Tom, but he was in the middle.
No, from my angle, it looks like just what we talked about pre-race, J-Mac. The 99 of Just Cause 4. He looks like he got loose off of 2, just like we talked about on the high lane, and just came down, smacked Tom, and then there goes half the field. So back here at the leaders, it's like a little 2-car tango fest here, 2 by 2 here. It looks like Leafs Justin's going to get the lead here with the 54 of Tom is nice. Going into the picture, I haven't really seen him or heard of him much at all. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do in the long run. I think we're about the middle of the run here for tires. So the truck usually starts changing a little bit. If you have a loose truck at this part of the run, is where it's going to start getting uncomfortable, as you saw with the 99 last lap.
Yeah, this is where turn 2 gets even more treacherous. And the 52 holding on the outside of that 54. They're still side by side.
The outside lane seems to be the place to be. I mean, that's interesting. I said it might work, but I didn't see a lot of guys taking the risk.
3 and 4 definitely seems to be the place you want to be. There hadn't been. I don't think I've seen a pass off of 4 yet. Oh gosh, for third.
Yeah,
here they go. Oh, that
Matt,
car in the middle.
Master and Ford Tough. Tom wanting to take it 6 wide here. Looks like Leafs Justin's gonna get back out in front here. Justin seems to have a really, really good truck. It took him a minute to get to the lead. It comes with the beast here, but it seems like he has really, really solid speed in that truck.
You have to wonder if it
just wanted to come down on the radio on pit road, guys. Sorry to interrupt. We got 11 laps to go in the stage. They just crossed for 11 laps to go here.
Almost pit
very
road
loose
time.
condition on the 27. Very loose condition on the 27, as you can see on the track.
Yes.
Back to you guys.
Tom is going to be, if Tom can get the lead, as you can attest to, J-Mac, if he can get the lead, he's going to be okay, and I think he can pull away. But if he's mired, it's going to be tough. It's going to be interesting to see how he can handle it. We're coming on halfway here to the stage. Oh, looks like Ford Tough's pitting. He's going to do the short game here. That wasn't much of a call. That's a bit stressful. But everyone handled it okay. A little battle for lead here. His calm is nice in the 54. Making a move on Justin, and he's going to wash. They did a good job right there. If you tap Justin at all right there in this situation, they're both going up the track. So that's a good job by him. And what I'm seeing, the trucks are pretty stable. other than that one incident, I'm not seeing anybody freaking out and getting loose or anything like that. So,
a little bit of apron music there.
I think he might be pitting. I think he's pitting. I think that's him compensating for having to pit. Yep. See,
seems that way. Yep.
They're coming into pit. Ooh, we have a couple guys stay out here. Let's try to get up with them here. You know how the camera games work on this.
And one thing that if you try to signal, you don't have a whole lot of communication, and you try to signal, but whenever you're on the outside of the line, you can't really pull the usual signal, the pull down to the inside.
Yeah, go fast, Matt.
So a lot of these. All right.
Go on. He's pitting here, coming from the lead, and I think the 75 is going to come in with him. That is Rostanicki. This is actually his debut, if I'm correct, Jay. So this ought to see how he's doing here. As Matt takes a much deeper entry into pit road. He really gapped it from Nicky there. I think that's just general, a little more experience coming from that side of things. Let's try to get back up here with the lead group as they're coming off pit road right now. I can see. See how this gets funneled out. This is pretty big here. See if anyone's sped or anything like that. This would not be the situation you want to speed.
Absolutely not. Looks like the 52 truck got a he got a huge gap there on pit road. The 22 truck well behind, but within striking distance definitely. But Justin has a little bit of a buffer now. He has the 1 lap fresher tires than that 22 truck, so that's going to be something that Ford is going to be fighting here to try to run down.
I think that's
our
Tom
resident
in
Canadian.
third. I think Tom is in third. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do. I don't think he can get to the lead at this point, but I think he'll be able to get second here unless he rides with him. I don't think that's going to happen.
He's already losing.
Maybe
2
put
laps
a
in.
tad bit of cross into it there, Tom. Just a tad bit of cross. As it funnels out, I think they're in fourth. We have the 44 Big Dogs. As Matt said, Big Dogs has came from deeper in the field to get back up to fourth. So that's pretty cool to see. Trying to look out for here in fifth. Got Crackmaster in fifth. And then I think in sixth we have Fearless Skulls. Coming up. Got a pretty good pit cycle there. But yeah, I think Justin, I think he's kind of showing his cards this stage. I think he's got, I'd say, the fastest truck, but I think Tom has something to say for it. Just depends on if he can handle the full run.
Tom can get a whiff of draft here. He'd be in really good shape, but that's completely dependent. Like if
now, there's
he
5 trucks here grouped together. Behind Tom, it's a 5-pack. So, up Ford Tough.
22 looks a little tight right now. He looks. Yeah.
Well, that actually was first. Early in the race, he kept washing up, and I thought maybe that was something he's doing to keep momentum. But I think he might just have a tighter vehicle. which is fine. I prefer a little tighter vehicles, but it does seem that I just watched him right there. It does seem his entries seem to be a bit snug. It seems like he's just smacking the splitter. He's trying to cut into the turns there, so he'll have to definitely get something fixed on that.
That's how the 27 was able to take that second position away from him.
6 to go on the stage.
How many laps?
5 or
6 to go.
6.
We're coming to 6 or
coming to 5.
Okay.
You know, I think Tom's got a chance here. He's got a pack of 6 behind him because Matt is kind of in the draft. 6 beats 1. I don't care how good you are, especially a track like this. And looks like Big Dog's now has got himself in the 3rd there with Crack. And that's three pretty fast trucks that maybe can run down. And Tom's got a great. He'll be pulling those guys along pretty good here. So, and that's where he wants to be, leading the line, leading the pack. Tom is absolutely at his best when he's leading.
Oh, but the 44 is going to race him.
He has no thoughts of that happening. And you gotta think the 44 Big Dog's like, well, if I can get in front of him, then I'm the guy who gets to challenge the leader if we catch him, So I think that's where he's coming from, but don't need to be racing. You gotta get to the leader. This isn't necessary. Get to the leader and then we'll settle it. I think we're at 4 to go now. This is... I still think they're going to catch him, though, but if any more side-by-side actions can happen...
I don't know that...
That's ruining it.
I think the 27 is the best truck in this group. The 44, he looks like he's washing up a little bit. I think they would have been better off letting him lead and run them down. As hard as the racing, I don't think they're going to get to him.
That's... Now, Ford Tough is in the back of Tom here, and I think they fear the skull in the 18. He's like, well, heck, Ford Tough in the wall.
Ford Tough.
Yeah, I think he's okay. I think he's going to settle himself back to the 7th. He's got a big gap behind him. If I'm him, just get the laps in. Just clean it up, get it over with. I loosen it up a little bit. He seems to have a pretty good truck. So coming up here, yeah, I think, Big Dog's, he's gained the gap on Justin, absolutely for sure. He has separated himself from the second pack.
He's getting just a little bit of a whiff of draft at the end of these straightaways, especially maybe the back straight. Just a tiny whiff that's helping keep his speed up. And he is doing a good job getting right down to the white line.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming to 2 to go, guys. 2 to go.
2 to go. If he can get that 24, a little bit of help, it's going to be interesting if Justin can get a sniff off that lap car. It's up in front of, Tom's going here behind Crackmaster. I don't think there's much communication or camaraderie here in the second pack. I think they all want their stage points.
Definitely. Both running that higher line through 1 and 2, and then getting down to the
that's just going to hurt him. The Big Dogs is going to get farther and farther away now.
Big Dogs is slowly reeling in. Justin.
He's got 1 to go.
He's getting there close. He gets in a little too deep there to turn 3. He got in there too deep to turn 3.
Tom's here. Tom is back home for Crackmaster. Can he just ride in line for the front stretch? I think so. It's interesting. Maybe a little late, guys. But hey,
really
coming up on lap traffic here. I think that's Pop Smurf. I think I'm gonna assume speeding. I'm just gonna fully assume he sped on pit road. Come for the green and white checkered. And I think one more lap, they're on it. One more lap, and it'd been interesting.
Yep, if they would have had one more, but they're not going to have one more.
Yeah.
He's going to get himself
Tom
stage
had
in
an
the
issue.
series.
Looks like him and Fear the Skull had an issue back there. As now Matt is snuck into 4th, and it looks like Tom's going to get 5th. Yeah, that's a good top 5. I think we got Justin 1st, 2nd Big Dog, 3rd Crackmaster, 4th. We got Matt snuck up in there. He had fresh tires too, so that could have played a part. And I think Tom got 5th, with Fear the Skull 6th, and then Ford Tough got 7th. And that was your pretty much front pack.
I was going to say, guys, it's been a crazy race. I've been trying to watch it. Ford Tough getting 7th there, 8th going to Rasta Nick, 9th going to MC winning.
Nice.
Trying to get the 10th place truck here, if I can.
Other than that one,
I don't know who it was. I think it was Chrome Capone. Chrome Capone got 10th there.
Ooh, yeah.
So
See,
awesome top 10.
We're going to look at. Chrome is going to get up here. Chrome is I think he probably has a truck that's a front pack truck. I'm assuming he started deep in the pack. Is that J-Mac, I literally did see his 45 truck. He must have been mired deep. So
He was. I would assume so too, and that is our winner last week. Chrome
looks
Capone,
like Justin.
So
Justin gets off
Definitely
pit road first. Looks like Matt
That's
sneaks into third. And so, oh, wow, that sucks for Big Dogs getting pushed back to fourth. I'm sitting here with Justin, and let's just see here. Good thing at Michigan is if you're the leader on the bottom, you need to clear completely that guy in second on the outside. Because if not, then he is prone to be able to get kind of a side draft in the run. But he's cleared him pretty easily as the first looks like 2 cars are cleared. Going to be interesting to see if Matt wants to make it. Oh, there's a wreck in the back. We have a 3 to 4 car wreck. I mean, very, very back in the field. I'm going to go back and look and see what we got going on. Looks like we got Creech. Creech back there. We got 02 of Legend Johnson. Had some issues, so hopefully we'll get that figured out. Looks like they're going straight now, so we're good to go. Welcome to the front here.
They're side by side for the lead. Not sure who led that lap. They're perfectly even going down into turn 1. Matt on the inside of Justin.
Lead quick. He's going to want that lead.
Oh yeah.
I think if Matt moves up at all and slides up, I think that is the end of Matt. But right now, you can see J-Mac. You can see a couple guys off that exit. You can see just a couple trucks just swath down real quick. That's showing a truck that's a bit loose. So that'll be hopefully later in the run they can break out and get a little clean air there. And there's Twitchy. 2x2 by 2.
32 working the draft here. Yeah,
there's about
he's
6
pulling that
rows,
outside
2x2
line.
behind him. That's the spot.
Is Justin going to make the cross here?
Nope, there's no clearance on. Tom's gonna dive it deep. Nope, Matt's doing the right thing. Straight away. Keep straight away, stay high, pull the outside lane, and then that cut off. Is probably the best way to describe it. That bottom lane. As soon as they get a little bit of a run, you just kind of see how he just kind of chops right back down in front of him. That just keeps both lines just kind of at bay. That's the best thing you can do here in Michigan. But it looks like Tom is cleared, and I highly doubt Tom's going to sit there. He's going to, whatever line Matt doesn't go, Tom's going. And you can see here.
And we now have two. We have 2 very aggressive drivers now racing for the lead inside of one another.
Ooh, look at Roston. Yep, there's Roston Nicky there on the bottom line with wow, look, Chrome Capone already moved up there. Looking a little antsy there behind the 75. He wants to make it 35. Just think smart of it. Looks like. They're doing a good job. It's 2x2 the whole field, and there's only been one small instant. Looking for Chrome Capone. He's wanting to get under Ross and Nicky. Nicky's sliding up mid-turn, and you can tell Chrome's truck is kind of rotating a little bit better. As you see here, he's giving him a push, and Ross and Nicky's going to be up the core pin here. Tom. Yep, Chrome's had enough of that washing up into the turn action, and he is taking it through wide, which is going to give Tom the run here. Tom should be able to clear them both. So that's just going to absolutely murder the momentum. Yep.
One of the most frustrated drivers in this whole thing has to be Justin. He's been stuck in the outside line behind that 32 truck, pinned, nowhere to go. But now he's looking on the inside. Might try to think about 3 wide here. I think he will.
I think he's had enough.
There
As
he
you can
goes.
see,
He's gone down to the inside.
You can see he got a great run with that turn being high. He's all over Chrome. Chrome might be able to get a quarter here, but this is where Tom wants to be. Tom is great at leading. Matt gets in the back of Tom a little bit there. That's gonna be rough. He's gonna wash a little, and they're gonna stay side by side at that straightaway. That's for sure.
The 45 kept up a really good run on the bottom there.
Yep, Tom and Matt barely had a little contact, and that's all you need to stay side by side. Now the bottom lane looks pretty formed. I'd be surprised if Chrome isn't able to get this bottom lane rolling here. And,
I think the outside's been better through 3 and 4 than a little bit 1 and 2 for some reason.
The front stretch is absolutely outside lane. The back stretch is pretty even, and I think the back stretch is even mainly J-Mac, because you know how loose it is off of 2. I think there's a little throttle play. It's in the back of their mind. It's in the back of my mind, for sure. If I'm on that outside lane, I don't push it as hard as I will off of 4. Tom's doing a pretty good job. What's going to be? We got a stalemate here. We got 2 fast trucks. We got 4 fast. I mean, honestly, our front 2 rows are very fast trucks.
I got to be interesting going into turn 1 here.
Yeah, that's going to hurt the outside line. Matt did not have a good turn.
45 let off a little early here into 1, and the 52 got into him a little bit. So let's see if maybe that same thing happens. Well, Chrome has a little more track to use this time, but yeah. think Justin let
Justin's
off more.
thinking about the outside. I think Justin's thinking about the outside.
I don't think he wanted to get there.
That's not going to pan out. And Tom's up against the wall now. He's going to get a great one off. But let's see if Chrome can, if they stay side by side, Chrome might be able to break out a little bit. It's just so hard. But what are we on here, Derek? Do you know if we're close to the middle of the stage?
They're coming down to 9 to go for this stage.
Halfway. Halfway, exactly.
Yeah, trying to run along mid-pack here. I'm watching the 3 of App Goose. He's made a really strong run up to the back half of the top 10 here, but there's just intense racing all around. They're side by side, about 12 rows deep here, guys.
Yep. I'm sitting here with the 99 of Just Cause after his incident in the first stage. He's back in an absolute hornet's nest. He's watching a great show. I'm looking at his camera angles if you were racing. And a lot of, everyone's giving it taking back here. From I'd say it's 6th on back. It is pretty spread. They're just trying to get through the finish of this, get that green flag pit stop in. And you know what's going to be interesting, Dohar, is, pit guy, we know our strategy. If anyone can go, 12, 13 laps on field and 2-tire stop it. Michigan is a place you can 2-tire stop it if you have your setup. I doubt it. Be interesting.
I don't know that you want to do that here, though. I think you're going to be way too loose in these trucks. But that's a good idea. I don't hear anybody on pit road trying to do that. But I get what you're saying. I don't know if somebody's daring enough to try it. But the way they're racing and they can't get away from each other right now might not be a bad idea to just try it.
We got the new leader here in the 75. It is not Ross Gimmick. We had a replacement that I was not aware of. It is Mike BB out front. And Mike is a Cup driver. And I can say from personal experience, Mike has literally improved so much. As you know, we all know, he has went from a relatively newer guy in the Cup Series when we first started this league, and he is now, he's up there racing with us. So he is definitely a guy to look out for. He's came from deep in the pack to get up to this lead. So he's looking pretty strong here. He's got in front of some really fast vehicles. You see Go Fast and Mad all over him. I think in third place.
Just to give a quick update
16.
on pit road, guys, the 18 up here at the Skull, while those guys were entering on pit road, the 18 spun out on pit road entry. So he's going to be mired back in the pack there.
Big pit stops here.
See that?
Big pit stops, half the field. Most of the front pack's pitting right here. Looks like Mike's going to pit. Oh, man, it's going to get tight. It's going to get really, everyone's pitting. Oh, my gosh. Jamie. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, God, I can see him right now. The trucks are hitting each other, touching. We're not going to have... One of these guys are not going to be happy at the end of this cycle. Someone's going to get messed up.
Yeah, not sure what happened, but last time Justin had a great pit cycle. This time, not so much.
Yeah.
He is coming off in about...
we have a couple trucks sideways. 75.99. I think we're witnessing a pit road glitch. I think we got, the 19 stayed on the track. Fry Dog, he is doing his inner ghost of Super NASCAR thing out. He's, looks like he can stretch it a little farther here, and looks like he's staying on the track. Dohar, do you know anything about Fry Dog, what he's got up to here? The gears sound pretty normal and everything. Maybe he just protected
They pitted a little early, guys.
He pitted
early.
early.
The 19, they pitted a little early with the 17 as well. They were just off that lead pack draft, so they decided to come in early, get those fresh Goodyears, and wanted to try and make up the gap there.
Gotcha. That'll be interesting to see how that played out. As we come off pit road, it looked like J-Mac Chrome Capone was the big winner of that main big group. He came out in front of everybody. Trying to figure out if anybody had any issues on pit road. It seems to be the same crowd. Trying to get up here in the middle of the pack as it looks like Mike DB. He's up here in front of at least Justin. Trying to figure out where he's at in the pack.
Trying to give you a rundown as best I can. I can just tell you Chrome's in 4th place and Asylum's in 5th place.
Okay, so Tom's got
Keystone guy in 6th. That's about all I can give you right now.
Tom's
That's
got the
all I
lead,
know.
J-Mac. I think Tom's up. Look, is that Apgoose up there in 2nd, J-Mac? Go last.
Yes, 27 is the leader.
Back up to the front here. Here we go.
Tom's working the draft right now, keeping the 3 at bay. He's going high, going low, and then making some really aggressive moves, trying to break the draft and keep that 3 off of him. But Apgoose has made a heck of a run through the field to get up here. Meanwhile, battle for 3rd is
it? He pitted early. That's what it was. Right, so that's an interesting. He split it in half. I guarantee he probably is. Dollars had pitted early. It's an 18-lap stage. He probably pitted lap 8 or 9. Get the front end of that. Get the front end. Get the fresher turns. Get out in front, and then let the draft kind of keep him, at bay. It looks like for sure Apgoose sitting in second. He wasn't even in the top 10. So I think either way, this is going to be a definite net gain. Yep, looks like
one guy we're missing
Chrome's
up
making
here.
that move.
Yeah,
He's
got
working
fresher
his way into the
tires.
leader.
He has.
Yeah, he's.
And him and Asylums. Actually, Asylums going to fall into third. He's coming out of nowhere. Apgoose and Asylums both really doing a great job, and fifth in the 19 Fly Dogs. So that strategy right now working out. As you know, the draft, if you can get into draft and get settled in, it's an absolute equalizer. Wow. Looks like Asylum's going for second on Chrome. That's interesting. Gonna have to see how that plays out.
One guy we're missing up here. One guy we're missing up here, guys, is the 52 Elise Justin. I believe he got a speeding penalty here all the way off the pack.
Oh,
half a lap down
him
right
and
now.
Mike D. That's why him and Mike D are both back there. I was trying to figure that out earlier. Yep, it looks like Mike DB's back here. He's back here with the 46 Pop Smurf. Pop Smurf seems to just be chilling. He's kind of just staying in the back, not really taking anybody off. But yeah, for sure, the 75 and 52 definitely sped. I think that's clear as day. They were in the front of this pack, and they're way off. So that just comes with the territory.
They're coming to the white flag now for this stage.
Into the white flag. Okay. And
They are there on Tom.
Yep, Tom is. Asylums.
Asylum's looking to the outside, might be trying to
No.
cross him over. Oh, Chrome's going to make the move. What a move.
Oh, no.
Deep back, he's going to use him up a little bit. He's going to use him up a little like you used him up in the first stage.
Come on, Asylums, take him through
Last
wide.
week.
Come on, take him through wide. If I'm Asylums right here, I'm
Is he going to send him just a little bit? Maybe
If
push
I'm
him in a little
Asylums,
deeper?
Yeah. Ooh, Chrome buried it.
Oh, Chrome
He buried it. He hit the apron.
He got the apron and parked it. He got the apron and
Look
parked
at
it.
Goose get up here with Tom. Oh, we're gonna have side by side battle here. Oh wow. Oh,
That's
Asylums.
Tom's gonna get it.
Yep.
Yeah, getting the apron killed Chrome because he had to
Chrome
park it or
spent
else he
so
would
much
have walked
time
that spot
he
to
tried to
Asylum.
bury the turn, and he just overthought it. I've been there a million times. You want the bottom so bad, you just get a little bit too much bottom.
What a way to end the stage. Wow, what an incredible finish, guys. Here and down on pit road, lots of good adjustments have been made. Cars or trucks, I should say, are a lot more stable under them right now. You got a lot of guys that are going to really be digging on this restart. You talked about it, the 75 of Mike DB, the 52 of Leafs Justin, trying to recover from those speeding penalties. How are they going to get back up to the front through what's been double wide traffic until they make the first pit stop? And now we're opening Pandora's box. We got to make multiple pit stops in this final stage. That'll be about 57 laps, guys.
Yep. And 57, if you do the math there, if you can go 13 laps, what's that? That's really close. So it's going to be, I think there's going to be some strategy play in here.
52.
I don't know if it'll...
If you could go 14, if you go 14, you could maybe sneak a pit stop out of the
Tom
field.
did not start well. Tom, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if something happened in front of him. Looks like up front, Apgoose. How did Apgoose get up in there? I don't know what. Looks like up 44 not having any time for Apgoose. He's going to try to make another turn on the outside. That's
Yeah, I
Big
think I
Dog,
like
isn't it?
where
Big
he's
Dog's
at.
Yeah, he's got Tom with him. I think I want to be right there.
Yeah.
Chrome is just wearing Apgoose
A
out.
very
now.
nice job of App, though, holding on.
He got from fourth to
right
first
along
in
the
the pit
white
stop, by the
line.
way. Fourth to first. That is some great NASCAR heat dodge right there.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, everyone's
love the
gonna
RNG.
Now, J-Mac. Tom slides it. Oh, Chrome's gonna get that angle. He's gonna get. Oh, 99 in the wall.
99
Yeah, just
sent it.
Just
He didn't get the wall, but he just about got it.
I think Chrome's gonna make a move here. He's gonna have a huge run. He has.
It's a little late
no
to do
time
it.
to wait. No,
But he's gonna try it.
Oh, Tom's
gonna do the
right.
dive
Tom's underneath the asylum here. From what I'm seeing right now, I think Chrome and Tom are trying to establish. I think they're trying to get to the front and get away with this.
45 gets out a little
Chrome's
bit
gonna
of
play
a
the two
gap.
in.
That's gonna let the three. It's gonna let the 3 get a run, but he's gonna have nowhere to go with it.
Tom is there.
Oh, Tom's gonna use the bumper.
Oh, yeah. He hit the apron here. Behind Tom.
Oh, the 3 gets the
there
wall.
it is.
Oh
Big
no, the
Dog's
16,
wrecked.
the 44. Oh, that's
Yep.
gonna be.
Okay, we got the 44 big dogs. We got McWinning. Took out a big chunk. I'm gonna get back there. We got Mike DB. Justin got it. J Mac. Oh, they were miring the back and pit road strategy, and they just lost a ton of time. I'm gonna go back here deeper and see if anybody's still sighted.
It didn't completely lose the draft. A bunch of these drivers did, but
Just Blaze got ruined. He is way back for J Mac. It's Just Blaze and big dogs that he took the worst hit by far. And it's a long stage. I think there's like 55 to go, but I think that's going to be it's a nail in the coffin situation.
yeah, and then I'll start with the 3,
like
getting the wall. And
I think Tom just about wrecked. Yep, Tom got loose off of 2. Probably pushing it to try to get up to Chrome, trying to get that lead, as we stated multiple times. He wants the lead.
like he was still wrecking once he got into turn 3. I was saying.
Yeah, I don't know if he's swinging it yet, to be honest with you. Out front, I think Chrome here is doing the slithery snake effect, trying to get away. That Goose still sitting here in second. I think he's playing a bit of defense here for Chrome, without meaning to.
Yeah, I think he's trying. I think he's trying to hang on for dear life right now. And another driver got the wall.
Got a big run.
Mid-pack.
Oh, he's gonna make
Sure.
it. Yeah, he's gonna make that move. You gotta make the move when you can. In this situation, Chrome seems to have a really fast truck. You gotta go. And 16 is going for Chrome. Oh, he's gonna play both sides of the street.
As spread out as the field is, you can afford to make that move. You can afford to pop it out. You're not going to lose like 4 or 5
The
or 6
second pack
spots.
is gained quickly. Looks like Tom and then immediately. Tom, go fast, Matt, and looks like the 54 again. Oh, 3 wide.
Sends it in there.
Oh, wow.
Asylum with a nice
Goose.
move to the
I
inside.
can see Ab Goose. I can just practically see his steering wheel sawing. Oh, we got a wreck in the back.
Another
I'm gonna go
wreck in
check
the
that
back.
out. Creech. We have Creech, and I'm trying to grab the other guy here. There's not going to be a couple happy dudes. Oh, 18 truck 18, Fear the Skull just gotten. I'm pretty sure it's got the bumper from somebody. Yeah, but a third stage, J-Mac, it's go time. There's no more dude in.
Yeah, the intensity's up. Everybody's full throttle in it. Maybe when they should lose a little bit of grip, but bouncing off of each other. And 2 by 2 by 2, and they're still pulling away, it looks like.
Let's give a big shout out to that Goose. This is awesome to see. I didn't even bring him up barely. So before
I didn't either. Oh,
wow, Chrome
cleared himself. He cleared himself, and luckily he was
Chrome is
cleared.
showing his. Oh, that Goose having none of
Oh,
that.
they're forward.
He backed out.
4 wide for the lead.
Oh. That's not good. That's
Maybe
not
he
good.
should have.
This is the finisher.
Oh, I'm
Four
not
wide,
giving
four
one
wide.
of them.
Go Fast Matt's doing a good job. He's staying against the wall. He's being safe right now. As it is. Tom, I don't know what that was.
I'm taking a really interesting line.
I can say that's not. We have
the Joker lap.
Ford is tough, and Ford is tough in the Chevy truck. Just got blood. He's now mired in the back of the pack. And look mid pack here, J-Mac. 52, lying his hardest. We know Justin's got the truck. He's in that. I think what is that second group going on there? He's mid pack right now.
Yeah, he's about mid pack.
It's a steep hill to climb. But if he keeps playing the right lines, right now he's stuck side by side. Really, really hard.
He's gonna have to get lucky and not get washed up into.
Yeah.
The O2 sends it in there and is gonna slide up in front of him a little bit here.
Another guy though that got
Actually, a nice pass by that O2 truck.
Yeah, 75 on Mike DB. He's actually 5 or 6. He's done a much better job, whether it be his part or just situational. He's much closer to this front pack, so that's going to be interesting. He seems to have a pretty good truck too. Right in front of him is Crackmaster, who has
been up at the front a lot of this race.
So,
like
wow, the
that's
front group, they are going at it right now.
Copy.
Going back with those guys. Matt, look at Matt. He's finally decided to show himself a little bit here. Pretty good racing up front. As you can see, Tom's behind him, bumpering, and App Goose is taking the lowest line possible. I think he got a little loose there. trucks are
I keep
getting
thinking
loose.
that
I want to ask
Goose's
him
truck might be
how it was to do that
the
testing
worst
of
of
the late
all
models.
6 of them, but he's hanging on for dear life
I
and
wanna
staying
ask
with
him.
these
Every
guys.
time I
He's doing
say
a
that,
heck of a
he
job.
comes back, oh, he just doored
Yeah,
the
exactly.
54. So, you know, every time I look away, he's coming for the lead. He's doing well with the
Oh, some
line.
drivers are pitting or wrecking, one of the two.
And, J-Mac, I just got word. I think Brian Tedeschi's got up in here to help us with the pit report for the end of this race.
Yeah, 10-4 on that. Just landed at good old Detroit International Airport from West
Oh.
Lafayette, Indiana. We're here for the pit road report. We got a bunch of trucks pitting down at pit road. The 02 Legend Johnson, the 33 at TA Creech,
yeah, lots of
4
people
Goodyear
here.
Eagles, and 2 Kansas Sunoco fuel inbound. And we got 1 wrecking in the back of pit road.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of
Just
drivers
caught on to
missed
that.
pit road. The
46
52
at
is
Pop
52 was
Smurf.
caught up. There was a bunch of them.
Yep.
Like the
Pitting
52 is
here,
a half a
big
track
group
behind now.
Big group. This is the big pack. Oh, wow. A lot of
Oh,
trucks
we got
getting in
chaos
hard.
getting on pit road.
I think he's 17.
Couple trucks to stay down. Looks like Justin's staying on an extra lap. J-Mac. It looks like the 44. I think if you're back of the pack, I'd probably stay out as long as possible, too, unless you're short pitting. So, 45 to go is what I'm hearing.
Yep,
So,
45 to go.
Yeah, a few of those drivers were caught up in that wreck
Oh, wow.
the first
There's
time
trucks
around.
spinning on
They're
pit
staying
road.
out.
This is calamity.
Yeah, we got chaos
Yeah, that's
everywhere on
the
pit
issue
road.
of coming in with a big old group
Racetrack
is the
here.
game
See how
can
it settles.
be not very happy.
So coming off pit, looks like Matt. Yeah. Oh wow, that's some contact.
They're
Oh, wow,
all
J-Mac.
oh dear.
Oh wow, is that the 51? The 51. That's
It is a
actually,
51.
I'm gathering. 51. I have not. I don't think we've said his name once. Big Choppa. Wow.
Big
I don't know if
Choppa's
his
found
pit
his
crew is
way
the best team on earth,
to the
or
front
he
pack.
took 2. That's going to be interesting to see who. You know. Looks like in this front pack, another guy that's gained is McWinning. We know how fast he can be. He got himself. It looks like the front group here, JMX, is going to be the 51, you know, the 27, 16. I think that's our front pack, is what I'm gathering. And it's a big pack. I'm very surprised.
It's a very big pack, and there's a few stragglers right there with a chance, a very, very brief chance here if these guys will keep on racing to catch these guys and to hang on.
Still
But
hanging on.
he's still
He's been
there.
hanging on the entire race, practically.
For dear life, but he has
Yeah.
dug his claws in, and he is just hanging on, but he is still there with the chance to win this thing.
As you know, you're not going to racing with guys like Truck Porter, Bolt, Garbage. We know what hanging on feels like for dear life to the pack.
Absolutely, yep. Oh,
So-
yes.
Oh wow, it looks like 51. What? I'm so intrigued by Chopper. He wasn't even in this pack at all, and he's leading it. And he doesn't appear he took 2 tires, or he would have been eaten alive by now. So his pit crew.
He must have worked his
needs to
way
buy a
through
round
the.
of beers.
Yeah,
You know,
he must have worked his way up there pretty decently through that pack, and then got one
Yeah,
heck
looks
of a
like
pit
Matt
stop
gets
or one
behind.
heck of a pit entry.
oh wow. Okay,
lag.
maybe lag. Looks like we have. Yeah, Pete is stuck it in the wall. It's gonna be interesting. to
I
see
think he
what
got lagged
is
into.
happening.
I think
Yeah,
40,
my screen had it just froze when he did that, so that's gonna be interesting to look at. And that just butchered his draft. Matt's out front. Krypton is now dug his way back to second after being in the back of this pack. He was back of this front pack this lap ago, so he's done some maneuvering. Oh, Tom going, yeah, getting a hot dog in the position stand in the infield, coming back up the track. Look at Matt showing the muscle. Finally, I think Matt's been kind of just laying around. I think he's been waiting for his time. He's showing a lot of muscle right now, keeping that. Kind of an airball. I mean, look at that straightaway. He's kept. I mean, they couldn't get the run down the straightaway on him. So
he's getting in the corner so much better, it looks like, but he might have gotten in there just a little deep. He's sliding up, but now he's going to keep the speed up.
I think
He's keeping the speed
that
up.
momentum. Yep, he's going to pull Asylum. I think that's Asylum's up there. Asylum's doing a great job. He, honest to God, of the guys in the point standings that aren't cut guys, he is number 1. I mean, he's in front of everybody else that isn't a cut driver in points. So, I mean, it's par for the course for him to be right there at the end.
Holding my breath.
Yep, Tom's
this-
3 wide.
this
Tom
pack-
has been perpetually 3 wide for the entire race.
He really has.
Got into a silent.
this-
I think that was. Yeah, he reacted.
This pack has been side by side since since
Oh, it's
dropping the
great.
green
It's
flag on this third
absolutely
stage.
amazing.
Like it's
Yep, and-
it's really really crazy.
Matt is keeping that bubble. You know, at a draft place, you know, as I've always watched, if you can keep a bubble like he is doing, and they can't get alongside of him, that you have a very, very fast vehicle. But I think pushed up pretty hard there. Yep, looks like Chrome might get the quarter panel for side drafts here. He's going to be there, yep.
If he does a
Looks like
little more dog
McWinning-
side drafting, he
McWinning-
might get here.
Yeah. McWinning popping in here.
Oh,
three wide.
Tom gonna do it again.
Again, and never quits.
Just a,
To be fair, it's not like he's washing up into him, but it's just not make out well.
it's a very,
as
it's a
I
late
say.
move, man.
These
It's
guys are
more
going to be
pit
working on
stops.
fuel strategy.
Yep.
Definitely going to be an interesting end to it.
Yep. We're gonna have 3 pit stops. I think that's safe to say. Everybody's gonna take 3 unless someone does an absolutely ridiculous.
Speaking of which, we have a few drivers hitting pit road. I'm on with Creech. He was one of those drivers involved in a wreck. He's come
He's
down.
kinda
There's
short. He's
a
gonna
couple
cut
of
it short.
other on pit road. I believe the
10
10 truck is on pit road.
The front group is staying
Can't tell
out
who
right
that is.
now.
The,
whole
the
front
44
group-
is Big Dogs. So
Big Dog's
several of the
in a
drivers.
fast truck, so maybe he's thinking, hey, if I pit short, get that line. He's got a fast enough truck and hang on with a little bit older tires. This front group
Yeah,
is
he's got a
seemingly calm down.
long way to
It
go
looks
though.
like they're all. I think we're. Oh, Chrome almost.
Oh, the
Chrome,
45.
I think.
Really
Wow,
loose.
good save though.
One or
He did a
something.
good job. He gathered it pretty easily. We got a pit.
Oh.
I thought.
Oh, Asylum with a
Thought,
very
yeah.
aggressive pit road
Oh,
signal.
Apgoose.
I think all of them are coming in.
Apgoose just made a pass while signaling to pit over Corona. That's an interesting strategy. Yep, looks like we're pitting here. This front group's pitting. They've honestly. Oh, that ain't good. No, Matt. Matt got a hold of Asylum's. Oh, Apgoose, no. No, no. Oh,
No.
Apgoose.
Oh, wildness!
Jeez, and that was a solo. That was I had the angle, and it looked like he just snagged a little too much brake. It's
You
interesting.
have to wonder if these drivers, maybe if you're in if you have a 3-gear setup, it's so much looser than if you have a 4. Like you have to wonder if some of these
Yeah.
guys are in a 3, maybe a 4.
No,
You get
I
on the
asked
brakes,
question
maybe lose a little bit more grip.
asking there.
Justin's still on the track. It looks like at least Justin is just. He might have pitted already. I'm not really
It's going to
sure.
be red talking
I don't think
a lot.
he
It's
has.
gonna
No
I
talk
one's
think
a
he's
lot.
just
gonna
trying to.
out. I mean,
I'm
they have
usually
all
the guest.
decided. We're gonna pit same time. We're gonna finish this out together. So, we're gonna go, yep. Looks like Chrome Capellan's gonna come out first off pit road. And looks like Chrome is trying to get back up. There we
He's
go.
gonna
Look at
he's gonna
Chrome
have the lead
Capellan.
on this group here. Once it all cycles out,
Wow,
he'll
they're
be
spread
your
out here
leader,
a
I
little
think.
bit. This definitely broke that
Yeah.
up.
This is gonna be a 5, maybe even a 3-way battle here.
I think it might end up
Like,
being a
if
5.
he's-
I think the front 3 are going to do a little action. I think Matt is fast enough. I think he's
Yeah,
playing.
I agree. I
If the
agree.
I'm trying to figure out who's behind him right now. I think that's Commons nice. He's showing he's at a good truck. I'm trying to get a. See, I'm looking at Matt's angle right now as if I were in his truck, and he's at a distance that's manageable. It's gonna be tough. They will absolutely have to do something. They'll have to battle it out to do anything. If I'm Asylums and McWinning, to be completely honest, I'm
I
just
have a
gonna
music
relax.
degree, that's all.
I'm willing to ride right now. You have another pit stop or 2.
Mhm.
Let's make this group smaller and smaller. That's kind of how you have to do this game.
Yeah, but you bring justice to the lawless Georgia
It's like Asylum's loose, and McWinning are just all over each other. I don't know if Asylums didn't have a good turn there, or he's trying to make a run. He just backed off on the right down straightaway. It appears to me that he's going to ride that. That pretty much showed to me that Asylums went, oh wow, Matt is going to get the draft. McWinning and Asylum just almost butchered each other. And I think it's going to put Matt in the draft window.
Ever since I went to YouTube for our streams,
Yeah, he's
I've
definitely
had an issue.
got a
Yeah, a lot.
so
tighter.
close
I
to getting
mean,
a sniff of it down there in the back straight. Ooh,
If
yeah,
they can get a hold of
McWinning
McWinning, that's
falling
clear
off.
as day.
Yep. Yeah, McWinning struggling right now to keep up with those top 2.
Yeah, let me try to gather myself back up. I'm trying to catch the guys here behind Matt. See who's back there.
Yeah, these front 5 are just they're gone on the rest of the field. This is now a 5-man race.
Yeah, this is,
Ooh,
this is
an
a
aggressive
fun
looking
race, 'cause
move there
after
to-
fifth is absolutely just, there is a huge gap
Out
between
of sight.
54. 54 is in fifth, and there is nothing else.
And that gap is only going to get bigger as long as the 54 can hang on to that 32 of eSpark admin.
Trying to gather who's in sixth. I can't get the math right. Just gonna take the L on that one and just go back to the front again. Just let these guys settle it out between themselves. Is that Leafs Justin? J-Mac actually pulled up in the sixth. It looked like a bluish truck.
No, he's been involved
we have
in a
wreck.
couple of wrecks now.
Ford tough. Big
Big jump!
We got a big two-car crash here and trying to gather up with those guys. Yep, looks like oh wow, we got multiple trucks. Yep, we've gathered a couple people. 7
There's
trucks.
7.
We got the 7 of Panthers, 75 of Mike DB. Oh, this is a big bad crash, guys. We got everyone's just coming back on the track too.
Oh, with the 7. What is Panther warming up his tires, trying to get straightened up.
Oh wow, Tom got a poop. Yeah, Tom's night has just absolutely just got creep. So tight move there. Trying to, man, if you're a wrecked car, you gotta go a little lower off the track. Oof. Hey, whatever floats your boat, right?
It's a 51 of Big Choppa. That's your 6th place car right now. And your 6th place truck.
I'm glad you figured it out, because I sure did. Oh, this is going to be a twist on Jim. Like, I'm Ford tough. It looks like the leader's about to catch him. He got damage. Let's see if he wants to play nice here. Looks like Chrome.
Yeah, Ford
is
tough.
pretty much sticking handle.
Poor Ford Tough is not started off great, but it's been a downhill trip ever since. Started on the pole and about to go lap down.
And McWinning have clearly. Wow. No, the Silence is definitely riding the line. He could clearly get beside Chrome right here, and he was absolutely riding in line. Those 3 are keeping an even gap on that. And the 54, I mean, there's just no way around that. Those 2 are not going to catch those 3 if they want to go. Matt's going to keep that distance because he's fast enough, but I don't think you're going to suck back in. So I think what Matt's going to have to do is just do a little bit better on pit road, or, maybe pit a lap early. Or pit a lap later and just hope your fresher tires get in. This hot truck here, J-Mac, I think that might help them a little bit.
Yeah, that should help them a little. But,
I would say McWinning.
and it's a fast truck, too. If he doesn't fall off, then he might be able to stick with this group.
Oh, yeah.
That obviously gives him a longer tail. Yeah, that's a longer tail.
Oh, wow, they
for
all
Matt
just
to
messed
get
up.
hold of.
Yeah, they all just messed up, and that's going to give a huge help to Matt. Is Ford Tough, if he fall, yep, Ford Tough just hit the wall a little bit. That'll give Matt, that'll be the middleman between these 2 packs. That'll be huge for Matt.
Yep. Yeah, this is
He did
this is
gain
about
a
to be a
lot.
5
Matt
truck
gained a
pack.
lot there. I think so.
Oh, he
too.
got the apron. He
Matt,
saw it.
apron.
He saw it and he got the
watching.
apron.
He's watching.
Oh,
he's trying.
he knew he had to. Oh, what happened to
No. Oh my God.
Asylum. We lost Asylum and we lost. Oh, we lost 3rd and 5th. 4th and 5th.
We lost Matt and Chrome. We lost Matt and the 54 is Chrome lagged, guys. I watched it.
Calm.
It was good old handy. The good handy Heat 4 server bit us again. It happens in long races.
Yep.
There's nothing you can do to fight it. Chrome isn't really he's not a huge lagger. I'm sure he's feeling the guilt game right now. It's a terrible feeling.
It's been a. Yeah, he's been a little like I think he would kind of bounced into somebody. Now he's coming to pit road.
I wonder that. I mean, that seems off sequence, doesn't it? A little.
That's definitely early. That's early. So
Yeah,
I think he might be coming down at a guilt. That hands the
leader.
that hands the lead.
With an absolutely huge gap.
And one of the fastest trucks in the field to draft with right now.
Yeah, I mean that is. Can you get a gather on second, Mac? Coming off a 2, so.
Down the back straight. Someone on the back stretch right now. I think it's the 51. It's the 51 truck.
Yeah.
Then the 24 of
Wait, a couple cars pitting.
Seamaster
7 truck pitting.
is in third.
Panthers is pitting.
boys. 25 to go.
Yeah, a couple cars pitting here. Got Matt, the 88 pitting. I'm fully assuming they just got creamed in that wreck. Yeah, the 54 on pit road.
Everybody's coming in. The
Probably
10
it's
goes by.
scheduled,
Not
but
sure.
Now 25 to go. As you know, Brian J-Mac, that's tight on that window. I mean, you got to max out your truck's tires there. So there's going to be a little bit of being a little nice for your car there to be able to go that long. So that's definitely going to play into McWilliams' hands. So if I'm
You gotta get them Super NASCAR fan gears in.
Yeah, this is a place where,
possible.
yeah, I imagine like some of these drivers that were caught up in wrecks earlier, like the 52 and some of these others that have been staying out a little longer, they're going to be trying something real aggressive here to try to make it on just one stop.
McWinning's
like,
coming off pit
from
road.
here.
Full tough, and that is just exactly what he wanted. That is absolutely ideal. Now, as long as Fort Tough doesn't do, hit him or lag punch him.
Yeah. I mean, he's behind a truck he doesn't have to race. Like, he can just draft, he can push, he can work with, he can help the 22, and it doesn't cost him anything.
And he's got
and again,
tire back
on some trucks that I believe he is better than. So, he's in the perfect spot.
I think the second pack is the 5124. So that's Big Chopper and Crackmaster, and I think
and
that's
the 17 of Keystone guy. Yeah, that's second, third.
They don't have that, and it looks right behind them. The 54, yeah, he got caught in the wreck. There's no way he's with them. So I'm gonna assume those two are your second and third, and then after that, it's a mess. That wreck did not help anybody.
Yeah,
Only
that's
McWinning. Hurt us, hurt everything.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine how aggravated some guys are right now with Chrome.
Oh, goodness gracious, absolutely.
Now wait a second.
Some.
It looks like Chrome is on the racetrack actually ahead of McWinning by a good corner. So I think Chrome is your leader. But he paid it with 26 to go. I mean, that is huge.
Yeah, that's a massive gap, and I would imagine Chrome's been getting on the pit road pretty good. Like, he had a good pit road entry, even though it seemed early. So
Brian, can you do some voodoo?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking at right now. It's a little hard. Time in scoring went down.
I think Chrome's the leader. What's wrong with the gap he has on McWinning? It seems right about. That seems perfect. And McWinning's going around Fort Tough. I think he's finally had enough of that. I think he's dying to get not have any issues up there. Chrome's going 3 wide. This race is in Chrome's bag. If he paid like 26 or 27 to go, that is
Your
really
leader
tough.
is the 45 truck.
Yeah, that's really tough. I mean, can you check his gauge? Can you get him to check how much fuel he has left? That's really difficult. It's gonna be really
wish you
tough.
could.
Yeah, I know, that would be beautiful. It looks like Chrome right now is just happy. He's been sitting in this line. Oh wow, look at that J-Mac. You hear throttle. He is safe.
Oh
That
yeah,
is an absolute save. 100%. I know the sound of that. Yeah, that's a save.
I figured he would stick behind these. Yeah, I figured he'd be staying maybe behind these drivers, getting that little bit of pull. Yeah, well, that helps the fuel mileage, getting a nice little bump.
Yeah, I could tell it down in field hearings. You can tell by the sound of the engine and how much off throttle he is mid-turn. That just sounds like a truck that's geared really high. And now he's got a he just let the 19 go. And 98 McWinning is absolutely throttling him right back up. So I'm telling you, that's gonna be really tough. As soon as I knew he pitted with like 26, 27 to go, that is not. I don't see that working. I mean, it's gonna hurt him. I think McWinning pitted with like 24 to go. I think that's perfect. McWinning just told the 7 with his bumper to get out of his way. So McWinning, between those two.
Zach, congratulations, of course. On
And I think the
the
45, the play here is to let him go,
Talk
and then to just
about
ride,
the
Yeah.
try to
of
get an
that
extra lap or
season.
two out of this.
You know,
Extra
we
two
kind of
might
start
be
to
asking a
finish.
whole
It's
lot.
off throttle
You know, you
so
really
much.
came on
Yeah,
strong.
Michigan,
I
as you
remember
know,
noticing
you
you. I
can
think it was
save
the
fuel, but
Kansas
it's hard to
race.
alone. It is
I
so.
think it was like your first
Yeah, you
win of
need
the
help.
season,
You
and
need
I
a
said,
lot
oh
of
my
help.
gosh, anytime he gets
Yeah,
out to a
'cause
mile and a
Michigan
half,
Or
is
you need a fuel
haters
so
watch out for
Or you
this
need a-
because he's the
Yeah.
king of it. Was it the new package?
What
What
do we
kind of
got
clicked
left
for
to go?
you?
Brian.
Under 25 laps to go. Getting the exact count right now.
Okay, well that's a highly spaced
18.
number. Going to 18.
We've been
again?
under
Coming to 18. Coming to 18 or coming to 17? Because Chrome just crossed
Coming to 17.
17
Okay,
to go.
we're at 17
okay.
now.
So with it, if J-Mac, if he doesn't pit within the 4 laps, he's fine. Gonna be really.
Yes.
If he pits soon, it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna keep a little head counter in my head here. Hopefully, I can take us to the end on the laps to go. I'm gonna try to. But McWinning, McWinning has kind of evened out the gap. He's staying kind of a couple cars behind Chrome. I wonder if he's knowing of Chrome's situation and saying, "Hey, you don't get my draft." That's how I would play it. No, you can stay out front. Nope, he wants to lead. I can't
just-
even ride there. Because Chrome's pace really isn't that great. I can tell by the way he's driving it. He's not completely. He just gave him a bump. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't think he was ready for that slowdown. I think he was right behind it, maybe anticipating a little more speed.
That illustrates how much Chrome is letting off.
Oh, yeah.
Just throttled him. So that shows the difference in how much Chrome's giving away to get by winning. But if I'm McWinning, I'm letting Chrome stay in front of me. I mean, there's such a gap behind him. It's time to play middle games. I'm here to let Chrome stay in front of me. I'll run his pace and have fresher tires at the end than him. I think I wouldn't try to gap him right now. I would try to play with him a little bit. Because now he's behind him and Ford Tough, and Chrome's going to be able to get a lot of draft here. And again, J-Mac, as you said, Ford Tough is very. I mean, he's got such a fast truck. It's such a shame how things played out for him. He stayed up, and he's got a very fast truck. I think it's a bit tight. He has a really good pull down the backstretch. He's got a really fast straightaway speed. Really, really, really good straightaway speed. And I completely forgot about my mental counter. I think we're coming to 14 to go.
I think we're 14 right here.
Chrome has lost these two, so that is showing the difference, folks. And so the thing is,
But he still got the draft. He still got a little whiff.
The thing is, though, he's going to have to save this much amount this next run too.
Yep.
So really there should be McWinnings in an absolute bag. Because I mean there's absolutely zero chance. Are they pitting?
Oh, they're all pitting at the same time. It looks like.
We're coming 13 to go. I mean, it's right at the back end of the window. If I'm McWinning, I would stay out as absolutely long as possible. Oh wow.
Unless he's confident he can make it. Oh, the 45 gets in there way too deep. The 45, the 98 had to have been spinning. He had to have been speeding.
Chrome is not going to have many. He's going to have a crowd of people outside his doorstep.
Yeah, there's gonna be pitchforks and torches outside of his window.
I'm going to stick with 98, J-Mac. I'm going to do a little mental counter, see if he's in here in an absurd amount of time.
Yeah, I just don't see how he was able to get that slowed down, getting
but
full
good save
queued
by
like
him.
that.
He was silent.
That was.
I know,
Oh yeah.
And I know personally for me, when I come down pit road, I keep it in fourth. But a lot of people downshift. When you're downshifting,
Yeah, he's still on the road.
13 to go.
Everybody that he was pitting with is coming off, and he is not.
Oh my lord. Well,
And it looks like we got a pit. We got a pit report. Pit report
See what
is,
Chrome
according
comes
to
up.
the spotters, we have the 52 is good on gas. So he told the crew chief he's good on gas and he's going to make it all the way.
well, but J-Mac, the 17.
The 17 is stopped. 17 is going 5 miles an hour through turns 3 and 4.
This is a fuel strategy, J-Mac. Pretty low
I don't
gears
think that's
here.
going to work out if it is.
Wow. Yeah, J-Mac.
Oh, the 50. The 50 is out of fuel coming on the pit road.
The 45 J-Mac has an absolutely huge lead on the 98. So clear as day speeding. Oh, we got it right. The 87. Oh no, the 87 was avoiding. I think it's a battle of some out of field vehicles here. The 87 spun out while out of fuel, trying to avoid the more out of fuel.
Oh,
17.
the 52
Oh, no.
the 52 had to avoid somebody.
Wait a second. J-Mac, something I just thought about here. Justin pitting right there. If McWinning and Chrome can't make it on 13 laps, which is going to be super tough, Justin might still have an opportunity here.
He might, as
we have
long
a
as
truck
he can keep the
side
delta up.
J-Mac, go to the 99. We have zero movement. I think we have a guy that has called it a...
Error just cause. Yeah, he's just pulling it into. Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Not on it. Oh no.
No.
Okay, ghosted. He's ghosted. Thank goodness for that. All right, just gonna ignore that happened. It's fine. 45
Okay,
here.
it's not fueled in, but
Oh lord.
that was scary.
And I've been in a situation where a car comes back up the track. All right, so looks like Chrome's coming off of 4. Let me try to find McWinning here and just really get the. McWinning is on the backstretch. Oh. And J-Mac, you know what? That's gonna hurt. There's gonna be some trucks that are ahead of McWinning. That's just, so I'm intrigued to see who those guys are gonna be. McWinning's pitting again. Oh, he had to pit again. He's not gonna make it. That's gonna be really interesting to see if Chrome can make it. Because McWinning is back on pit road, so that means he couldn't make it the full 13.
Or he might have had an issue that I have with my wheel is whenever I flick through everything, I have a little toggle. I don't have an actual pad, and I'll accidentally flick one of the settings, and that's something that could have possibly happened. He might have flicked it to like a half a can or something, or like a 1.5 can on accident. So that's another possibility. And whenever you're angry,
yeah, I feel you there. Just Cause is coming.
It's real easy to do.
He's Just Cause in 99. I don't know if this is a fuel game. It looks like he has a tire down on this. His truck is like bouncing. There's some damage involved in that vehicle. I don't know what the long game is here.
I think he's doing it just cause. Just because he wants to. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what the play is here.
He's a very low route. The whole track. Got some trucks pitting right now. I don't know if this is guys short pitting just to make sure they can make it to the end. 16 of Asylum. Got the 10 car.
This has turned into with the different paces in all these trucks, this has turned into an absolute mess for some of these drivers to navigate. The 88 had to go between Just Cause and another truck that was like stopped up against the wall. This is getting a little out of hand. For a lot of these drivers.
10. I'd like to say that. Brian, can you get a lap count? We're drowning.
Yeah, the stream's stream is way behind on the lap counts. We're gonna have to line that for this one.
Awesome. All right. Well,
that's good.
Chrome, and I'm going to go off of that. I'm just going to play by because Chrome was earlier. I'm just gonna pray. And listen to Chrome's track and see if we can't follow him home to the win. Because it's his race if he can make it. J-Mac, you want to play? Are you gambling, man? Do you want to guess who's second?
I don't have a clue who's second. I don't have the foggiest idea who is in second place right now. As spread out as this has gotten.
Yeah, it's the 75 of Mike DB hits pit road. That's so many different strategies. So right now, Chrome is going in one here. So let's gather what's going on. Yeah, I don't know.
22 has kind of pulled on him a little bit. He's not pulling on this car. I think he's definitely still saving.
That really. Hey, Brian, got something for us there, bud. Give us a top 5.
I'm looking. If anybody from 704 Motorsport Games is
you
listening,
could be our hero.
Justin, new community manager. This is it's interesting.
This is awful.
You could be our hero, Brian. You could figure out who's where.
Go find the ghost of Doharns. Wow, Chrome is saving a ton of fuel though. You can tell.
He really is, but he doesn't have to go very fast.
Well, he's going to get past, and we're not going to.
So the 98 of McWinning is streaming. He's a lap down,
And
Okay.
his stream says there is 7 laps to go, so we'll put the leader on 6 laps to go.
Coming for 5, J-Mac. I'm fully assuming because Chrome is about to
Come into
cross
5
the
or possibly 4.
Coming to 5.
line. Okay, and could you get McWinnie? Could you check on the top something just to like tell us who's
19.
around? Okay, well that does absolutely.
Yeah, he's had to
nothing
pit
good
back
for
to back
anyone.
times. That's really
Yeah.
killed his track position. He was our second place car, and the driver we thought might be in the catbird seat. And then he was the 8-ball corner pocket coming onto pit road.
If I think if Chrome wins this race, Jim, I think that's a pretty easy interview with the questions I ask.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a pretty. Oh, the 99 is still low. I don't know what. I don't know if he's.
I think he just
over-
came off of pit. No, or maybe not. Maybe he's
I
just
don't
trying to
know.
save all of the fuel in the world.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm just going to be honest. I don't know. He's
He's running a
very,
faster
very
pace
low.
than Capone is running
And
right
I'm
now.
not
So
here.
that's how slow
Capone
he's
here is the 44 big dogs. I just don't know. I don't think
I don't think
would-
that's for position.
This Chrome had
I-
such
I-
an absolute huge lead.
And Big Dogs has been in a couple of wrecks now.
So we're coming for 3 to go here.
He's been knocked to the back.
They're really. Now that 24 crack.
Yeah.
24 crack master would be someone to play with here.
Oh, I was just gonna say no.
I wanna stick out
agree
with
what
Chrome.
Zach said, even from just a viewer standpoint.
Master might
it's
be
like
still on the
for
lead
me,
lap. I think.
it's
Yeah.
so much more.
No. He
natural
was in that.
looking.
He was in that
It's
wreck
less
too. He was in a wreck
enhanced
earlier.
looking like
Oh,
E3.
yeah.
E3 was a lot of gloss. This kind of is just
Okay,
you know,
viewers,
the
let's
real
take a poll
kind of
here.
nitty gritty, but it's good.
Yes, it gets a
Instead of-
$10 gift card. Let's make a winning. Gives
that's-
Chrome, gives Chrome a little bit of a hey, screw you. We have the Creech, J-Mac in the middle of the front stretch, driving the literal shortest route through the grass.
Oh dear.
Just some dirt.
Not
on
ideal.
the Chevy Silverado. That is going to be a
Oh, the
dirty
54 is out of
cleanup
fuel.
job. Yeah. Here we go.
He
We got
didn't have
Chrome
enough
front
fuel to give
stretch.
around.
I'm
33
guessing
is
that's
slow.
2 to go. 2 to go? Is it?
The 18 is slow.
Yeah.
Everybody's starting to slowly run out of fuel and start dropping like flies. Who
Yep.
don't have any idea where anyone's running at. We're assuming Capone from Capone is still
This
your
top
leader.
5 is going to
45
be just
truck.
pick them out of a hat. We were doing so good, J-Mac. We were doing so good.
We were. Then a couple of lags and then some runovers. on pit
Blags and then
road,
our front pack that kept us safe and steady just evaporated, and here we are, just drowning. If Chrome goes in pits, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Chrome
he just crossed the line. I
crossed
think
the
he
line.
just won.
I'm
think
gonna
he just
invite
won.
Matt to the party. I'm gonna invite her.
Yeah, he just won the race.
Go fast, Matt.
The AI
to the
took
party.
over him.
Gotcha. Okay.
45 truck
I'm with-
is your winner.
Go with Chrome. Here, J-Mac, can you invite him? I simply don't have him on my list. I'm gonna have to find them.
Okay, who am I inviting?
Chrome Capone. I invited Matt to the party.
All right.
All right, Brian. Thank you, Brian, for coming to
Goodbye, Brian.
Porter. I mean, Dohar, that was a seamless swap.
Seamless, yeah, transition. Totally.
Well, second. Just interview second, and you want to just pick a name out of a hat.
Oh, where's... I'm looking for Chrome right now, wherever he is. There he is. Loop. And...
Or we can just ask Chrome himself. He got second.
Yep.
Great broadcasters we are. Give Matt a party invite right here, then Matt will hopefully clean up.
Hopefully tell us something.
I know Chrome. He's got a safe Alright, Matt.
We got him. We're still trying to...
Matt, can you get
Yeah,
can you get Chrome into the party for us in the second place finisher, whoever that may be? Don't tell us a surprise.
That was all right.
Just surprises, because we have no
Just
idea.
surprise us.
No idea.
Well,
Oh, it's
well,
Justin somehow. Justin
that
somehow
was an
finished
app-
second. All right.
okay.
There we go.
Chrome in here with you too, Matt. He deserves that.
I invited
J-Mac, you
Crow.
wanna go
We're
ahead
going to
and-
There
give
he
him an
is.
interview
I-
this week.
I had
Let's go ahead
invited him
and
a little bit ago, and he didn't answer to me.
J-Mac, get Justin the interview, and we'll get Chrome here in a second. We'll give him a two-piece.
Make sure to
include
include
your
your
audio,
audio,
too.
everyone.
Yeah, now if you're here for an interview, include your audio and such. All right, so I'm interviewing the second place finisher to start us off. Leaf Justin 24, running up front most of the race, and then got sent to the back, and then got caught up in a couple of wrecks. One racing, and then one getting on a pit road. How in the heck did you end up coming back to finish second?
I just managed to execute on the strategy that I had laid out for hopefully win if it didn't play out the way that it did, but it unfortunately did, and I still feel like it was a miracle that came back to set. Saving as much fuel as he did in one stint was kind of amazing. I was crossing everything I could, waiting for that. See that car peel down the pit road or just stop going forward. But I just tried to split it up in 12s and 11s as I could in the final stage, and it was almost there.
It was crazy to watch from here because there at the end, just drivers were falling by the wayside, dropping like flies. Were you thinking there that you might get it, or were you worried you might be one of the ones that fell, or were you worried you might get caught up behind one of those drivers that ran out of fuel?
Well, I was confident I was going to make it. It was just trying to wait and see if anybody else could make it. And it was kind of wild coming up through because I had people that had hit earlier that got down that were running around me, and I was cruising through, and I had people that were slowing down to try to see if they could make it, like all over the place, just trying to maneuver through cars left and right. There was just landmines all over the place of different people on different laps doing all different things.
Well, you managed to survive it all, come back from a lot of adversity, and finish second tonight. So well done. We're gonna go over to Moordog here with who you got?
And we got our first place winner here, Chrome Capone. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say he won last week too at Iowa. He's 2 for 2. And you know, I ran 2 truck races in the series, and Chuck Rose ran 2 races in the series, and neither of us went 2 for 2. So shout out to you, Chrome. First thing I gotta ask, hate to just go through on this whole little parade of yours, but what happened on pit road on that last green flag pit stop? You know, the screen's a little bit difficult to see. Was there some contact between you and McWinning, or what happened up in there? So Chrome got us.
Are you there? You should have.
Well, we attempted an interview with Chrome Capone today.
Well, in the meantime, I can give the full finishing order if you would like.
Absolutely, Matt. No, absolutely. Do us need.
All right. Well, Chrome is here. Of course, we have our winner, Chrome Capone, in first. Second place, of course, Leaf Justin. I finished in third. Scott Hall finished in fourth.
What?
F Goose finished in fifth. Big
Not
Choppa
Goose.
in sixth place.
Shout out to App Goose.
Bray Dog in seventh. And I hear Chrome is back, so I will resume
Chrome?
this and go do your
Chrome.
interview.
Chrome, I just had a whole spiel about you, how you went 2 for 2 in your truck series starts this year, and then me and Trek Park couldn't even do that. Shout out to you for that. First thing I gotta ask before we get to the happy stuff is the pit road incident on the last green flag round of pit stops. Did you make winning of contact, or was did he go into hot? 'Cause I know it was a race between you two. What happened there on pit road? Well, coming into pit road anyway.
Victory?
Big three, I guess. Chrome, are you there?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm here.
Did you hear me?
Yeah. So I don't know exactly what happened with those 2 cars inside of me there coming onto the pit road in that last one. I'd been getting onto pit road better than everybody else that I'd been around that I felt like. So I tried to enter in like I had been all night, and it looked like the car behind the 98 there made contact with him and kind of came up the track a little bit. I immediately tried to. Okay. Yeah, I immediately tried to hit the brakes to prevent that, and it just, gaggle of cars trying to get onto pit road. Never a good situation.
I think either way, I could tell by the way you're racing, and from my experience in Michigan, you were racing pretty aggressive, and that shows how comfortable you were with your truck. I know if I'm aggressive at Michigan, I know I'm happy with my truck, and I know it's really fast. Did you feel really comfortable all night? Did you have a lot of looseness? Because you were the one, you and Tom and a couple, you seemed to be able to make the moves how you wanted to.
Yeah, that the first two stages there, the truck was actually really tight. The first stage I started I think I started 12th. I was just taking it nice and easy, trying to work my way through traffic and, feel what the truck had. It was a little too tight. I loosened it up. Second stage was pretty much the same thing. A little too tight. I made a little adjustment there, and it ended up being too much. And I think, that was where most of my loose condition came from was stage 2, but stage 3, I made a right front air pressure adjustment, and it really helped the truck, especially coming off the corners there.
Mm-hmm. And on that those last 2 runs, I noticed, I think you pitted with like 27 or 26 to go, and I was like, wow, Chrome's going to have 2 runs where he's going to have to save fuel big time. And I was listening to your truck, and it didn't sound like you had a fuel-saving gear. It just sounded like you really had a high gear that you just had to let off a ton. I could tell mid-turn you were off throttle a ton. Was that just the only way you could save the fuel there? Is that how you saved it? Because you really weren't in draft a whole ton while saving all that fuel too. So how'd you pull it off?
Well, I was saving gear, but it was pretty close to my normal gear.
Yeah, it sounded pretty.
So I just kind of popped it into 4th gear and motored through it, and I just tried to pay attention to where my RPMs were running, and I got a little bit of distance there because of the issues we had. I pitted a little early there, second to last pit stop, because I was having some lag issues, so I decided to get off the track and hopefully it'll clear up. And so I pitted a little early and realized what I had done, and I knew it was all fuel saving from there. I definitely snuck this one out tonight, that's for sure.
And I'd be remiss since you didn't get the interview last week. What did you enjoy this race, or did you enjoy Iowa more?
I'm a big fan of Iowa. I really enjoy that track. I like Michigan too. Draft definitely plays a factor at this track. So, I'm happy we were able to pick up the win last week, the win this week. I mean, back to back. Don't get much better than that.
Heck yeah. Shout out to Chrome Capone here, getting our win tonight here in Michigan in the eSpark Truck Series League, and our winner last week as well. So, good job to you. Matt, you got any other words before the Ghost of Dohar ends this?
Well, I just want to congratulate... Oh, my mic not on?
No, you're good.
No, that's fine.
My mic is on. All right. For some reason, I wasn't getting the overlay. I apologize. I just want to congratulate Chrome on back-to-back wins. Another fantastic run for you tonight. It was fun battling. We had some great stages where we raced together. If you would like, I could finish out the running order, and then the Ghost of Dohar can end the stream.
Yeah, go ahead and give the running order. Yeah, give some name shout out.
All right, 7th place, we have Freydog32 subbing for Super NASCAR Fan. 8th place was Tom Flitty. 9th place was JP Big Dogs. And rounding out the top 10 was MC Winning. And then let me pull up 11th. In 11th...
There were a lot of drivers multiple laps down.
Yes. That last stage was crazy with the fuel saving. I almost made it, but I don't know if you seen me or not, but I was all the way on the apron. I was just riding it all the way around the track trying to save that.
On the apron. Yeah, I was like, well, everyone is running out of fuel.
All right, in 11th, we got Trek Bar sub Crackmaster. In 12th, Fear the Skull. What a great comeback from him from the earlier races this season.
He had a good
unfortunate
middle of the race there.
Yes, he did, yes. Unfortunate end for Asylums. He was up in that lead pack,
Oh,
and he got tagged by Chrome. He's a very fast guy. I could easily see him in the Cup Series in the next couple weeks. I think he's one of the fastest, if not one of the cleanest drivers in
he's
the
the points
series.
leader of the Truck Series guys. He's the points leader of Truck Series only guys.
That's
he's the points leader of those guys. So
yeah, that guy has some serious skill. All right,
Mhm.
heading to 14th. Everything is great. Got 14th. Panthers 15th. Just
Got
Blaze
caught in
got
incidents.
16th. Yes, these are all the people that got caught in an incident or two.
Yeah.
Legend Johnson rebounded to a 17th place finish after getting in a couple wrecks early. Average Joe 2 finished in 18th. In 19th, an unfortunate race for Mike. He was up there running in the lead in the number 75. He was a late addition. 20th was Creech. He had a couple incidents during the race, but overall a decent finish for him. Captain Obvious finishes in 21st. Ford Tough, actually, finishes in 22nd. Pop Smurf finishes in 23. Sub in the 54, finishes in 24th. Alex, unfortunate race for him. I know he had a good car. Finishes in 25th. KB Racing finishes in 26th. And unfortunately, I do not have 27th and 28th. But, oh well. We'll round them up for next week. And pretty much that's it. Thank you all for doing the broadcast. I really appreciate you guys doing that. And that's the show.
Yep, I think the Ghost of Dohar is wanting this thing to end. I think he's got other commitments. So shout out to everyone watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is literally my first time broadcasting, so I am out here drowning. So I appreciate J-Mac helping me out.
You handled yourself just fine.
Yeah, well, what can I say? Alright, appreciate everybody. Ghost of Dohar, you are free to end the stream as you will. Thank you guys for watching.